You know, Quavo, Takeoff, they was down here with y'all. But they seen you walking by. He's laying on the ground. You got Mike bending down, and they seen you walking by. What took place there?
This the crazy thing about that video, right?
This is a problem, J Prince, and I'm gonna tell you like this: if you're 60 years old and you're trying to be a street you failed. You failed. I'm telling you.
This right here isn't just another messy Instagram live or random rap beef. This is one of those moments where the internet collectively freezes and goes, wait, what? We're talking about a private call, a leaked conversation, and a chessboard full of players who usually move in silence. And suddenly, the curtains pulled back. Think about it. Takeoff, the quietest member of Migos, the one everyone respected, lying on the ground while cameras catch Prince casually walking by. The visuals alone feel like a Netflix docu-series waiting to happen. The streets are whispering, Reddit's exploding, and TikTok's turning this into a full-blown conspiracy rabbit hole. One commenter even wrote, "This is starting to look less like hip-hop and more like an episode of Power." And then you have Mase, yes, that Mase, stepping into the fire with zero hesitation. He's not just spilling tea, he's flipping the whole pot onto the floor. The vibe is less rap drama and more mob movie, except it's playing out on social media in real time. Everyone thought they knew how this game was played. Check in, keep it respectful, stay safe. But this footage, it's making fans ask the question nobody ever wanted to say out loud. Was this really just bad luck or something way deeper? But that's not even the wild part.
Yeah, man. We got a little bit straightening going on.
Mase didn't just throw shade. He threw a lightning bolt straight into the heart of Houston's mob ties empire. If you're 60 and still trying to be a street dude, you failed? That line? That's not a diss. That's an obituary for the old school fake gangster image. It's like he took every unspoken truth in hip-hop, put it through a blender, and served it cold with no chaser. And here's the thing, everyone felt that line. Because he's right, the game's changed. What used to be street credibility now just looks like insecurity in HD. We're in an era where rappers are more likely to drop crypto projects than diss tracks. Yet here's J Prince still acting like it's 1998. Fans on X are wilding. One post said, "Bro really thinks he's still in the wire, but it's giving midlife crisis energy." And let's be real, Mase calling this war isn't exaggeration. This isn't just another rap beef over clout. This is legacy warfare. This is about image, power, fear, and who still controls the streets when the streets are now live streamed. The tension's been building for months, but nobody thought it would explode like this. You can feel it. The air's heavy, the comments are ruthless, and the industry's pretending to stay neutral. But behind the scenes, everyone's choosing sides. The whispers, the blocked DMs, the bro, don't post that messages. All of it's happening right now. But what Mase says next? Yeah, that's when everything really catches fire. And trust me, you're not ready for the next part.
I'm gonna tell you another thing, when you're dealing with older people, they're the last to know that things have changed. We not your little like the way you talking, I don't get what you mean. We're not your little like.
This is the kind of leak that stops time on the internet. A private call between J Prince and Takeoff? That's not just tea, that's the whole kitchen on fire. The fact that Mase, a certified industry veteran, was the one to expose it? That's like your childhood pastor pulling out the receipts at a family barbecue. Nobody was ready. Prince, the so-called godfather of Houston, is spiraling. The man who built his reputation on calm power and quiet influence is suddenly online, clapping back like a Twitter rookie. A little bit of straightening? Bro, that's not straightening. That's damage control in slow motion. Fans are calling it the mob ties meltdown. One tweet even went viral saying, J Prince acting like a PR intern trying to stop a forest fire with a cup of water. And the internet? Oh, it's feasting. TikToks are stitching the call audio with Breaking Bad music. Reddit threads are connecting dots like it's a true crime investigation. And every hip-hop podcast from Vlad to No Jumper has turned into CSI Houston. But here's where it gets dark. Because if Mase really has audio proof of that phone call, then it's not just a viral scandal, it's potential evidence. That means everything changes. The narrative, the public perception, even the legal pressure. This isn't gossip anymore. This is chess, and Mase just moved his queen across the board. But before anyone could process it, J Prince did the one thing nobody expected. He started talking again, and that's when the whole internet said, "Bro, stop talking. And guess what? He didn't.
You wasn't really right there with Takeoff when he was alive. You know what I mean?
And that's the thing about Mase. He's not some random clout chaser with a mic and a Wi-Fi connection. This man walked away from Diddy in his prime and still came back swinging years later. So when he says enough is enough, people listen. It's not just another diss, it's a declaration. See, for years, everyone's been whispering about J Prince, the silent power, the mob ties, the you don't cross that man energy. But Mase didn't just cross the line, he bulldozed it. He said what half the industry's been too scared to even tweet. That's why the streets are going nuclear right now. Because when a respected OG calls out another OG, that's not beef, that's a civil war. And you can feel it. Every comment section looks like a battleground. One fan said, Mase just did what the Fed's been trying to do for years, expose the untouchable. Another wrote, when the preacher starts snitching, you know the devil's nervous. But beyond the memes and chaos, there's something bigger brewing. Takeoff's death never sat right with the people. The energy, the timing, the silence, none of it adds up. The streets aren't buying the wrong place, wrong time story anymore. Mase didn't just speak on the call. He spoke on the pain everyone's been carrying since that night. And the wildest part? This is only the beginning. The deeper you dig, the more this looks less like drama and more like a cover-up that's finally cracking. But trust me, the next part? That's where things start to really unravel. This is where the internet does what the internet does best. Turn into a full-blown FBI task force with zero funding and too much free time. Within hours, TikTok detectives were slowing down frames, zooming in on shadows, and connecting dots that even the news missed. One viral post literally said, if you listen closely at 023, someone says, move him, but nobody moves. That's not normal. Meanwhile, X, turned into a digital courtroom. You got people in one corner saying, Mase is the only one brave enough to talk about what really happened. Then in the other corner, you got J Prince supporters saying, y'all don't know the code. Some things are better left unsaid, and that right there, that divide, is the internet's new battleground. Every side swears they've got the truth, but nobody can agree on what the truth even is. It's like watching a live documentary in chaos mode. But the strangest part? The footage that wasn't shown. Clips from that night started disappearing faster than old tweets during a scandal. Channels that uploaded them mysteriously went private, and even certain podcasts that mentioned it suddenly cut the segment. Coincidence or cleanup? It's giving, we weren't supposed to see that energy. It's giving damage control. And the deeper you scroll, the more it feels like somebody's trying to rewrite the narrative in real time. But here's where it gets really wild, because the next part? That's when the people who were actually there start speaking up, and what they reveal changes everything. Stay tuned, you're not ready for what comes next. And this is the exact moment where everything flipped from internet rumor to, oh wait, this might be real. Because when eyewitnesses start risking their safety to speak out, that's not clout chasing. That's self-preservation, disguised as courage. The live stream wasn't polished. No lighting, no filter, no PR-approved sound bites. Just someone with shaky hands, bad Wi-Fi, and the weight of something heavy sitting on their chest. They said things like, Mase told no lies, y'all. They just don't want this out. You could hear it in their voice, that mix of fear and frustration that only comes from someone who's seen too much. And that's when the comment section went feral. You had people typing, they sound terrified, you can tell they're holding back, and somebody screen record this now before it disappears. Within minutes, clips of that live were everywhere. TikTok edits, reaction videos, even conspiracy threads with 30,000 likes overnight. But here's the thing no one expected. Within 24 hours, that live was gone, deleted, accounts vanished, and the person who posted it, silent. Not a single follow-up, not a word since, which only made the internet more obsessed. Because when people go quiet right after spilling tea this hot, it never feels like coincidence. It feels like pressure. It feels like power. One Reddit user summed it up perfectly. Every time someone gets close to the truth about Takeoff, the Wi-Fi mysteriously stops working. And honestly, they're not wrong. The internet's piecing together what the industry's trying to bury. But if you think that was shocking, wait till you see who else jumped into the mix next. Let's just say, this next person's involvement took everything from crazy to career-ending. Buckle up. This next part, it's chaos on
I'm gonna
steroids.
tell you another thing. When you're dealing with older people, they're the last to know that things have changed. We not your little like the way you talking. I don't get what you mean. We're not your little.
That one line, everybody knows what really happened, might go down as one of the most haunting quotes in hip-hop history. Because when someone from inside the circle says that on record, you know it's no longer internet gossip, it's industry panic. The way this artist said it wasn't even angry, it was resigned. Like they've been carrying the truth like a curse and finally slipped up. No theatrics, no clout chase, just that tired honesty that hits harder than any diss track. And the second it hit the timeline, boom. Twitter Spaces lit up, podcasts went live, and TikTok edits were dropping faster than people could refresh. One user tweeted, "This is bigger than rap beef. This is about power, silence, and money." Another said, "Mase lit the match, but this interview poured gasoline." Suddenly everyone wanted to know, who's protecting who? Why is the story being buried? And how deep does this go? The theories went from industry cover-up to feds are watching this unfold live. And honestly, it's hard to tell where the truth ends and paranoia begins, because both are sounding way too similar right now. And that's the genius of this whole mess. It's not just about Mase versus J Prince anymore. It's about what happens when the wrong people start asking the right questions. Now, with celebrities hinting, witnesses disappearing, and fans doing detective work that would make Netflix jealous, this isn't just a scandal anymore. It's a movement. When that clip hit the timeline, everything shifted. The silence that had been sitting over the situation for months suddenly cracked, and it felt like the entire industry took a deep breath and didn't know what to say next. It wasn't just gossip anymore, it was confirmation. That simple sentence, "Everybody knows what really happened," echoed across every podcast, every reaction video, every fan discussion thread, like a haunting reminder that the truth has always been hiding in plain sight. The internet went into overdrive. Every post, every clip, every moment connected like puzzle pieces no one wanted to admit fit together. People started revisiting interviews, rewatching footage, looking for micro-expressions and words that didn't age right. One by one, it was like the timeline was finally catching up to what fans had been whispering since the beginning. Some said Mase lit a fuse that couldn't be put out. Others said he opened a door that everyone else had been too scared to touch. And it makes sense, because when someone with that much credibility calls out something that's been swept under the rug for this long, the truth starts echoing in rooms where people thought they'd already buried it. What's even wilder is how the same people who used to dismiss the rumors are suddenly silent. The bloggers who were quick to post every clip are now pretending like they don't see what's unfolding right in front of them. You can almost feel the tension through the screen, the way every influencer is choosing their words a little too carefully, posting memes instead of opinions, waiting to see who makes the first real move. And then there's the fans. The fans are acting like modern-day investigators, connecting screenshots and timestamps, saying, "Look at this angle. That's not how the story was told. Why did this person vanish right after this happened?" You scroll through TikTok and it's just edit after edit. Voices overlaid with eerie music. People whispering theories like they're sharing secrets in the dark. But what's haunting is that they're not chasing clout. They're chasing closure. Because Takeoff wasn't just another celebrity. He was one of those rare artists who moved quietly, respected by everyone, never in drama. So when something like that happens to someone like him, the silence becomes unbearable. Every unanswered question feels personal. Every missing clip feels intentional. And the more people dig, the darker it looks. There's this underlying feeling that the industry's been trying to sweep this under a carpet that's already overflowing. Deleted posts, retracted statements, PR-crafted apologies, it's all too polished, too convenient. The internet doesn't forget, and right now, it's remembering everything. Meanwhile, Mase isn't backing down. He's doubling down in interviews, choosing his words carefully but making it very clear. He said what he said, and he meant it. You can see it in his expression, that calm confidence of a man who's not scared anymore. He's been through too much to play nice now. Every time someone tries to discredit him, another piece of evidence pops up to back him up. It's almost like the universe itself is tired of the lies, and you can feel the industry shaking a little. Not in public, of course, but behind closed doors. You can tell by how fast some people are trying to change the narrative. The same voices that used to call him irrelevant are now trying to rewrite their stance, saying, well, maybe he had a point. Funny how that works. Podcasts that never covered hip-hop drama before are now dedicating full episodes to this story. They're pulling up timelines, matching statements, showing receipts. Some are doing it to chase views, but some, you can tell, are genuinely disturbed. Because this isn't just about ego or clout, it's about truth. And when truth starts shaking hands with fear, things get dangerous. The fan base knows it too. The memes are darker now, less funny, more pointed. Comments like, they can delete the clips but not the truth, or you can silence one person, not a movement. It's no longer entertainment, it's activism disguised as engagement. Even rappers who've been quiet for years are suddenly liking posts, dropping cryptic emojis, leaving half sentences that feel like breadcrumbs. One heart emoji under the wrong post sends the entire internet into analysis mode. People start decoding song lyrics, going back years, saying, look, he was warning us the whole time. It's wild to think that all it took was one phone call, one conversation, one brave statement to unravel what's been sitting beneath the surface for this long. Because now, every time someone goes live, everyone's listening a little closer, wondering if this will be the moment the next truth bomb drops. And the wildest part? There's still so much we don't know. So many voices that haven't spoken yet. So many questions that don't have answers, and maybe never will. But that's exactly why this story isn't fading. It's multiplying. Each new clip adds another layer. Each silence becomes its own kind of statement. It's not just about Takeoff anymore. It's about the way this industry handles loss, truth, and accountability. It's about who gets to tell the story and who gets silenced trying. The internet's watching everything. Every delay in a response, every deleted comment, every repost that mysteriously disappears hours later. It's all data, it's all evidence, because once people sense that something isn't adding up, no amount of PR damage control can stop the truth from spreading. And it's spreading fast. People are organizing threads, archiving videos before they vanish, keeping track of who's saying what. It's like digital resistance, one repost at a time. Meanwhile, J Prince's silence has become its own character in the story. The longer he says nothing, the louder the speculation gets. Some say he's being strategic, waiting for the noise to die down. Others think the silence is guilt wrapped in calculation. Either way, the silence speaks volumes. And there is. There always is. The real story might take years to come out, but when it does, it won't be through headlines. It'll be through the people who refuse to stop talking about it. The ones who kept the conversation alive when everyone else looked away. Because the truth doesn't fade, it lingers, it echoes, and it always finds a mic. So here's the question nobody can seem to agree on. Do you think Mase was exposing a truth that everyone's too scared to face, or just pulling the curtain back on how broken the system's always been? Whatever your answer is, one thing's for sure. This story's not over. It's just evolving. And the next time someone tries to silence the truth, remember this. All it takes is one voice, one clip, one moment of courage to make the whole house shake. And don't go anywhere. Click the next video you see on your screen for even more juicy celebrity chaos, betrayals, and stories Hollywood doesn't want you to know. See you in the next one.